Alright, on this episode of Foraging 103, I'm going to show y'all how to eat actually one of my favorite wild plants, and it is none other than the wild corndog plant. Now, some people call them cattails. I call them wild corndog plant because they look like corn dogs. And they pretty much grow everywhere. They like really wet areas, and they're easily identifiable. You can see them just about anywhere. You know what you're looking at when you see them. All parts of the plant are edible. Now, that doesn't mean that all of them are tasty. The leaves are very fibrous, and the fruiting part, which is the corn dog, is it's not very tasty at all. I apologize, I had to pause it there for a minute. Car was going by, I didn't want that in the background, all that noise while I was trying to talk. But yeah, the fruiting part is not very tasty. It's kind of like shoving a bunch of feathers in your mouth. Unlike other grasses, which this is a grass, say like oat, wheat, things like that, where you actually eat the fruit part, the fruiting part. You don't do that with these. You actually eat the stalk, and it tastes like kind of like a peppered cucumber. Our ancestors, more than 30,000 years ago, used these plants. They would grind them up, the leaves and the stalks, and make flour out of them. So it's a very old plant, and it's been used for many years. So excuse me, first thing you do is find yourself a suitable wild corn dog. Usually the smaller ones, the smaller plants, are easier to handle when it comes to pulling the stalk out. But we'll just have to make do here. Okay, here's one. So you want to pull the leaves back and get the stalk. If I can grab it. And just give it a good tug. Sometimes it'll break off, sometimes it'll come straight out of the ground, sometimes it won't come at all. So you just move on to the next one. Okay, yep, that one came out. So if you look at this white part, all that has the stuff that you want. So all you do is just take the white part right here and put it in your mouth and pull the center out. I'm telling you, it tastes just like a cucumber with a little bit of pepper taste. Now, if you want to get even more out, all you can do is split it open and get the rest out, but I find that too much work. And I'll just move on to the next one. Let's see. So, this one may be a little bit more difficult since it's bigger. I may not be able to get this one out. We'll see. And like I said, usually younger plants are a lot easier to deal with. And they taste better too, but they have more of a taste. They don't taste better. They just have a... Yeah, I pulled the whole thing out. Moving on. Let's find another one. Okay, here's a smaller one. Gotta find the stalk. There we go. There we go, and see, it yelled at me. It goes, "Roar." But that's the part you want to eat right there. And I'm telling you, these are really tasty. And they're everywhere, like I said. It's one of your best finds if you're out in the wild and you really need sustenance. So I ate that whole thing. It was soft, just like a cucumber. Yeah, sometimes you get them like this where you can just bite them off and eat the whole thing. See, I had to pull that part out, but man, they're good. So that's the wild corn dog plant. Find one, consider yourself lucky.